Sure. Don't even know what Wilderness Falls means. Guess we'll find out together. Welcome back, everybody. We're doing Fall Guys because it is windy as hell outside and I do not know if the power will stay on. So I decided not to risk something maybe happening to the game data. I am going to do a game dev stream this week, I promise. I just need things to settle down a bit. Hope everyone had a good weekend. Aside from the freak weather that came in last night and still threatens to blow down the trees outside, it has been rather uneventful on my end. Oh gosh, I'm having trouble finding just 20 players. This doesn't look good. Legal advice from a lawyer, to fall or not to fall? I think it depends. The classic lawyer's answer. It depends on the circumstances. What are you falling off of? Are you falling into something that is safe to fall into? Like, I don't know what this guy's falling into. Apparently it's not a match with 20 players. Oh, wait, stand corrected. I looked away for too long. Has a match really been found? You're leaving me in suspense for way too long. Okay, I'm gonna give this, like, maybe one more minute. I feel like even that's generous. After that, I'm switching. Alright, nowhere close to a minute, but I don't like where this is going. Well, while we continue to fall, check out the pinned message in the YouTube chat or type !charity in the Twitch chat to get a link to the donation page where you can check out the different things I'm putting out there for donations. We've got games, we got tabletop, we've got bid wars, where you can choose what I do with my hair, what game I make next. If for some reason we actually get anywhere close to 30,000, I'll just ask people what ways I should punish myself for your amusement. I'm thinking I tase myself. But we have to get, you know, $30,000. So good luck with that. Alright. Fortunately, we got a bit lucky this time around. I should not have taken this. Punch! Ooh! Nope. Oh, grab something, you idiot! Where am I even going? They have the hammer! Whee! Whee! I don't know where I'm going, but I hope it's somewhere near the finale. Hey! You know, I didn't even read the description of this set of games. I wonder if what they meant by wilderness was, we've just made a maze of a bunch of shit. Hope you find the exit. Okay, you're not going anywhere. How about you, strawberry lad? I think you waited too long. Go! Go for it! Fantasy Forest? I don't know. Sure, I'll give it a like. It kind of got confusing at places, but it was exciting to run very fast through. Except for that person. Is this one of those levels with the slime? Wait, someone's back there? Oof. You have to wonder when people just seem to be running straight for a pit. Is it because they're a bot? I'm not too sure. But that certainly cleaned the floor. Jack and boo! Boo! That's a bad pun. You should feel bad. Welcome back. So I'm also thinking something else I can stream during the fundraiser is actually maybe a one-shot. Kind of just show off that what I'm offering for one of those incentives is actually worth the price. Oh, God. Oh, okay, yeah, that was pretty bad. Oh, well, that person was lucky. Got batted into the lead. Eat my dust, Buzz Lightyear. I don't like the safe way. Especially when I miss it. Ah! Haha! No, no, no. None of that. Come on, come on, come on, come on! Come on! First try. You can tell how often I play this game since I still have the default winner pose. A one-shot of what? An excellent question. If I had to assume, most likely D&D, just because it's the thing most people are familiar with. Well, I must admit, with Andor on the horizon, I'm feeling a little Star Warsy. Oh, wait. I'm not sure if I actually wanted to do Wilderness Falls again. I mean, maybe I'm on a hot streak. Guess we'll find out. Okay. If you're gonna do the same 2 maps every time, I'm not gonna be a big fan. Yeah, I mainly bring that up because one of the more expensive incentives I have is a chance to join in on a one-shot, but I realize that most people that know of me would only have a chance to see me DM a single game. So I wanted to give a chance for people to know just what I can offer them. Especially for their generous donations. One more time. One more time! Nope, okay, great. Once around. Nope! I messed it up. Alright. You take the high road, now take the low road, and you'll probably get to the finish line before me. Oof, dodge that bullet. Whee! Crap, 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 crap. People still play this game enough to fill a single match. Ugh. Wait, oh, I went so high I didn't get the checkpoint last time. That's annoying. Come on, 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 come on. Ah! Should make a soundboard with those noises. Alright, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! Look. Why is this going so slowly? What the hell was that? Oh, I have to go this way? That's the whole deal. Okay, then. Oof. You know, Ronan brings this up. Fantasy Flight Star Wars is one system you're offering I've never played. They have beginner games for that system. And while they did change some of the rules between the beginner game and the system itself, it serves as a good introduction. Maybe I'll run one of the beginner games. That way I'm not... Granted, then, at the same time, a beginner game isn't a good showing of what you get, because that's a much more hand-holdy experience. I'll continue to think this over. Tar pit turmoil. Don't get stuck in the goo. Humble Pie. I am Introspective Spy, also known as Quinn. I'm Team FourStar's guy in the chair? That feels like I'm giving myself too much credit, but it is literally true. Okay, wait, how does this work? Oh, okay, you know what? I think I got it. Oh, there are more options here than I realized. Oof. Oh, God. Oh, boy. I am blowing it. Oh, no, you don't. Nope, you get back on that leaf. Okay, wait for it. I'm too cowardly. No! Oh, whatever. Okay, I'm not going that way anymore. It's easier to get a 3 if I just do this. I thought you were their lawyer. I am their lawyer, but it's one of those things where you have a small group of people, and you know, if you have a sense of capability in one area, you end up doing that as well as your job. You know, most small businesses. It's fun. It's stressful, but it's fun, right? It's really fun. You know what? I think I am gonna give the beginner game a shot, because I think that'll be something worthwhile. And you know, we haven't had any tabletop content on TBS Gaming for a while. Tales Unwritten is such a big production, we wanted to give it its own thing, and that is still being produced, by the way. In fact, at this moment, season 2, book 2, I'm not sure what you would call it. The next batch of sessions that no one's seen yet is in the editing room, and we actually have a director's cut now for season 1. Book 1. I think we did book. Yeah, book. So now there's not only the stuff that we still have up on FourStar Bento, but when we put a lot of more stuff behind Tales Unwritten, there's going to be a director's cut of book 1. And you'll see additional artwork, cut scenes, blackjack, hookers. I won't tell you who the hookers are, but you may be surprised. It's just me in a shirt too small for my chest. Okay. Come on. Can I do it? Can I get the 2-dub? 2-dub in a row? No, I'm too slow on this end. Get over to the check mark. Ah. Too far behind. Opinions on Dragon Ball Daima. It looked very pretty. I didn't care for it. Have you ever thought about running a Gundam campaign via Lancer? I'm not familiar with Lancer, though I actually did see the new Gundam movie they kind of made as like a pilot for the next series they're putting out, and it you know, was interesting. I liked the premise. I'm not sure about the plot. Okay, we're done. I think I'm gonna go for a more standard game now. Thanks, Humble Pie. Yeah, I understand having to... not able to donate, but wanting to support. Actually, the whole reason I'm doing this is my sister got diagnosed with MS back in 2021, and the MS Society, which Walk MS supports, really helped her come to terms with her diagnosis and find ways to live with MS. And now she's pregnant! So no sappy story about my sister. Everything's going great for her, all things considered. She's actually due just a couple of days before the Dallas Walk this year. So our team will be making an appearance, but I think my sister will have to sit it out this year. I should have went the wrong way. Great. Yeah, I hate seesaws. You can so easily get screwed just because everyone picks one side and you don't follow. Yeah, because now this I'm not getting over there unless I get on the other one, and now it's too shallow. I'm gonna be that person. No, oh, that hurts. That hurts. Someone asked for that. I forgot to turn it on. Oh, we got a donation! Just saw the ticker go up. I have to refresh my page, though. Hey, Cortez, thank you for your donation. And Dirtitor, thank you for your donation. Not to mention, guys, that every dollar given up to $10,000 is getting matched by Team FourStar. So, every dollar you give is at least doubled. Until we get to 10,000, then that'll jump up to 20,000, and then 5,000 more before I either die or shave my head. You decide. I'm not sure how I feel about having like the levels be here. That's making this very visually noisy. But you see, look at that. That's just such a mess. So, Kaiser and I actually just finished watching the Spider-Man series on Disney Plus, and Scott has to reserve his feelings for the next Talkcast Pod Show, but I thought it was fine. I never got behind the visual style. There were only moments where, like, yeah, if you pause the screen, it kind of looks interesting, or at least a nice wallpaper, but in motion, I never thought it looked right. As for the story content, no spoilers, but it did something interesting that I was okay with, and then it seemed to just, like, the last 2 episodes just kept teasing stuff about what seems to be what's going to be next season's business, and that I was less on board for. No, Kaiser actually returned in the first week of January. He couldn't stay much longer because his visa was going to be up. You can only stay 90 days on just your U.S. passport. When's the next Talkcast Pod Show? It should be... it's going to be recorded at the end of the week, so all things considered, it should come out next weekend. I always hate this one. Yep, and that's why. Whoop. And now we've reached the you first part of the tour. Ooh, okay, okay. Courageous Bean! I'm less so. Okay, wait, that's close enough! Ah, I should have... Okay, see, now I'm effed. Because everyone else is going to get down the path faster than me. Yep. And then he makes it, and that's it. Yeah, the art style, like, the art style kind of being evocative of, what, maybe the Silver Age of comics. I thought that was fine, but every time something moved, it felt like I was watching one of those YouTube, like, that tried to just mocap animation. Yeah. Oh, and Club Kyle, thank you for the small dono. In Twitch. I guess I now have to clarify where the donations are. Oh, actually, speaking of donation, we did get another one coming down the pipeline. Jock and Vena, thank you for the donation. Oh, I forgot I wasn't playing in this anymore. Sensei Bullrog, I can't really give that out during a Twitch stream. Go ahead and send an email. Our business email is in our Twitter bio. Send something along that way, and I can give it a better look-see. Oh, okay, I understand. Yeah, the backstory thing we did for Tales Unwritten is actually something I'm trying to take forward into just even my private tabletop games, because I like... The biggest problem I've had in the past was my session zeros would be a lot more about me just trying to introduce a campaign concept I already had in my head, and then just trying to get the other players to match it. But that's, you know, if you're wanting to play a tabletop game and you're given an elevator pitch, then you're probably still on board with it. But I think it's a lot better to have it where you kind of build the campaign with the characters the players want to play. And that makes it not only a lot easier, but a lot more engaging when you're able to tie in so much of their character facets into the campaign itself. Ah. Come on. I think I can make it. Can I be first? Can I be first? Eat my dust! I think this person's not even playing. Hello, Jeff. Welcome to Falling with Style for charity. Oh man, the wind is howling outside. I don't know if the mic picks it up because the window's a bit further away, but I got woken up at like 5 in the morning with just how bad the storm passing through North Texas was. In fact, on my way to work this morning, I drove by. You know how sometimes there are businesses that move into old gas stations and they have taken out the pump, but that overhang where the pumps used to be is still there? When I was driving to work, I drove by one of those, and the awning had been completely taken out of was pulled out of the concrete, and was just on its side in the parking lot. A couple of billboards also looked like someone had just punched a hole in them. Oh, hey! Was this the person that was doing Pilates in the... Oh. Hold on. Let's... Okay, hold... I'm sorry, but this has to be a bot. Like, no way the person would just keep running up to the edge and not jump once. Really? Is no one even trying to get to the end now? Thank you. Yeah, so, unfortunately that's the downside of Fall Guys these days. Used to have like 50 people playing, at least in a match. Now it seems like we time out of stuff more than everyone gets to the end. So speaking of RPGs, I'm actually... So on top of the stuff I'm getting ready for the one-shots, which are going to remain flexible since I don't even know what people coming in are going to want to play. But, so on top of that, I'm also doing a Star Wars game for a group of friends. And I'm trying to keep it more flexible about what we're doing. And it seems like they're going to want to play pirates or smugglers. Not entirely surprising, but one of the core features of the FFG game is scum and villainy. Ah, nice. Just I did it again. Now I'm not gonna be able to make it unless a whole bunch of people F up. Yep. Do you have any plan to play the Avatar TTRPG, the one using powered by the Apocalypse set? That is one of the games I have available for people to choose from if they want, donate for the one-shot incentive on my donation page. And that's one I actually had a lot of fun with. I guess I'm mainly coming down with, if the game is more narrative-focused than mechanic-focused, then I'm on board. But it has to have just enough crunch for me to sink my teeth into. Kind of like a nice Caesar salad. Because I've gotten a lot of... Nope, forgot I got kicked out of this one too. I've got a lot of... The combat they do in the Avatar TTRPG, I think is really interesting. But I can also understand how it's such a drastic change from how just the narrative story plays, that it feels like it stops the game dead. So that's just one of the things I keep looking at, going like, I really wish I have someone that really enjoys this as much as I did. Yeah, so we did talk a bit, to anyone that remembers, I did back when Avatar had yet to come out, Avatar Legends, oh boy, where do I start? Avatar Legends is a tabletop role-playing game based on Avatar: The Last Airbender. And before it came out, because it was a Kickstarter game, they had a quick start, which is largely what you saw if you saw the Escape from Horrible Con session I ran at on TFS Gaming. There was some discussion about us continuing that, but it was just one of those things where we already weren't the biggest fans of streaming that stuff because it just got too complicated to do live. And on top of that, you had to corral at least 4 people's schedules to play it. So it fell through. But I did have a few ideas about what to do if we had continued, especially given that Nick's character still had a very easily continued objective of trying to find his character's sibling. So I too wish I could have continued it, but sadly things just didn't go that way. An option on the table for people that would want to play Avatar Legends as their one-shot could be to do their own Escape from Horrible Con, because a lot of that was improvised. Like, the quick start itself gives you a couple of things about the capital city that you can do, but the rest of that is just you fill in. Heck, even what's on the scroll the party takes from the Dragonbone Catacombs is up to the players or the DM to decide. Oh, I hate these. The winter one was the worst, where you had to essentially play Bean Skee Ball. Ski Bean. Damn it. That was right there, and I missed it. But this is essentially the same concept. You're just running into stuff. Yeah, the kind of, gosh, what do they call them? The adventure books they put out with the Avatar Legends rulebook, essentially as a incentive to people who back the Kickstarter, had a very interesting one for Aang's era, because the rulebook covered Kyoshi, Roku, 100-Year War, Aang and Korra eras, like different themes you could explore. The idea being that, like, if you did Kyoshi's era, you're kind of exploring problems within each of the four nations. Roku's era is the semblance of peace, but trying to come together in a new world. 100-Year War is dealing with, a 100-Year War, go figure. Aang's era is kind of reconstruction, where you're putting the pieces back together, and then Korra's era is just, science be crazy, y'all. Aang and Korra's era having taken place after the stories covered by the shows and some of the comics had ended. But the one they did for Aang's era was like an airship chase, which I thought was really cool. So all these options are available to anyone who would want to partake in a one-shot run by me. Am I doing it right? Am I properly pimping myself out? So I did, and after that, they put out 2 new source books for Avatar Legends. One covering Republic City, so largely focused in Korra's era, and then another one about, I think it's Jasmine Island, which seemed to, like, they put Iroh on the cover. And I haven't heard much about that book. Granted, I'm not really neck deep in RPG forums these days, so even if there was a general consensus about how the book was, I wouldn't know about it. But just going off of, like, we are focusing on an island that hasn't had any relevance in the lore, I kind of got turned off. I'm surprised the cast of Braving the Elements. Yeah, because they even had, oh my gosh, why am I drawing a blank on his name? Zuko's voice actor. They had him on, like, the special all-star play that they did as part of one of the stretch goals for the Kickstarter. I'm surprised they didn't do much with it. Maybe just because it was licensed. It's like, this isn't something that Viacom did on their own, therefore they're not going to put much of their weight behind it. Because it's just one of the things people paid to make. Dante Bosco, yes, thank you. I do not know why I forgot that name. I'm mad at myself that I forgot that name. It's such a memorable name. Dante's right there, isn't it? Okay, good. I was afraid that was going to knock me backwards. I haven't... So, odd thing, I know, like, they put a little bit of stuff out for the next Avatar series. But aside from that one piece of artwork, I haven't heard much about it. I don't even know like, who's really behind it. Is it still the original showrunners? The last Avatar-related thing I have digested is actually the Roku book. Oh, I should have done that again. It was the Roku book, put out by the same author that's done... Actually, no. It's the same audiobook narrator, but it's a different author. And honestly, compared to the Kyoshi and Yang Chen books, it was disappointing. I felt like they had a chance to explore the kind of ethno-nationalism that all the Four Nations kind of experience, but instead it ferments Roku's relationship with Sozin as already rocky when they're still in their teens. So I feel like they're just jumping to the conclusion that we already know is there, despite the fact that it didn't make sense for that relationship to be where it was. Yeah, sorry. If I ever talk about Avatar, I'm talking about Last Airbender. I don't especially hate, but I also don't care about James Cameron's Avatar. Hold on, let me move this donation bar. Oh, not that. That needs to stay where it is. This should move. There we go. That way we can all see what I'm looking at. I shouldn't have jumped off of that so early. Don't touch me. Oh, okay, this got a bit more complicated. I apologize in advance if I don't see your message in chat. Obviously, some of these games demand a bit more attention from me. I am locked in. Watch me say that and then just immediately get kicked out. It's like, I am so focused. Oh, I'm dead. I don't trust any of you beans near me. One person grabs me and then it's all over. That wasn't the game, that was me. Oh, they're firing fruits at us now? Okay, wait, hold on. That guy looked like he just went right through the floor. Kind of feel bad for him. That looked like he was robbed. Oh, wow! Why did I leap that direction? Oh. Quinn, when Lanny mentioned 2d6 system, I was like, Avatar Legends uses the Cephas Traveler rule sets? Man, 2d... The thing is, 2d6 is just a very common dice rule set. Like, because you have Powered by the Apocalypse, which is so many different systems now. Like, even Nick made his Roll With Me be a 2d6 system, partially inspired partially powered by the Apocalypse. There's a lot of puzz there. Oh, good. I'd rather not see his winning screen. I'll accept that. So yeah, I can understand how just 2d6 can conjure in the imagination pretty much any game system, because there's a lot of them. Is that even? No. That's going to drive me nuts. Because the problem with that donation tracker is that it's a full window. So when I move it down, the parts of OBS that tell me the distance between the edges is covered. So it's hard to tell when it's centered. Just have to eyeball it. Chicken pot pie or chicken bowl? Chicken pot pie. And I don't care. I guess that was somewhere close to Jimmy Cracked Corn. I'm sorry. I don't know where I was going with that. Ah! Nope. Ah! Oh no! Okay, well there goes my chance at a lead. Oh, you came from the Nuzlockes. Well, welcome. You are part of the fundraiser for Walk MS, a charity that supports survivors of multiple sclerosis. I am Introspective Spy. You would not have seen me in the Nuzlockes unless you watched, like, I think, one 5-minute piece of the Nuzlocke that Kieran and Grant live streamed more than actually recorded, where I did something on a bike until I got tired. Pizza or wings? Boneless wings I like, but I usually pick pizza over wings. Wait a minute, that bean is black on his left side and white on his right. That's offensive to the beans with white on the left side and black on the right. They're totally different. Does he have a green face? Nah, that would have been a perfect reference. What's your favorite kind of pizza? A carnivore, pepperoni. I'm a bit of a basic bitch when it comes to that. Like, I usually just go with pepperoni because that's the crowd pleaser. You can never go wrong with pepperoni unless you have a vegetarian in the room, at which point you ask them to leave the room and then get the pepperoni. Yes, original Star Trek reference. That was a very not so subtle jab at racism. Are you going to be moving to California with everyone else? My location is still a bit up in the air. If I'm going to stay in Texas for at least a couple more years, if only because I have too many obligations that just make it more convenient to be here. Family's here. A lot of my legal obligations are still here. My law license is only good for here. At least unless I want to put in a lot more effort to study for the California bar exam, which, you know, when I got the Texas bar license, it's just one of those things you'd rather not have to do again. Not an enjoyable experience. Go away, frog. Oh no, there's a gap there! Oh, I didn't see the gap. Who's all left in Texas? Currently, me, Scott, and Tyler are still here. Though Scott is looking to move. In fact, he's already looking at apartments elsewhere in California. Though this doesn't hinder really our productions at all. The office was a great place to have sets built in, but after the pandemic, so much of our stuff became remote and then didn't go back. So, we're still doing what we're doing. We're just doing it on our computers at home rather than the computers at the office. Though that does make my streams more complicated for the charity drive. I will say it was nice to have like a full-fledged green screen set I could do like those dancing streams on. Now I'm going to have to do something weird at home. Favorite flavor of wings? Gosh, it's kind of a peppery ranch. I get a specific, I think it's lemon ranch, or maybe lemon pepper. Fuck, lemon pepper. It's lemon pepper. I don't know where I was going with that. But I just remember the last couple times I got wings, it was always a specific kind of lemon peppery thing. I don't remember what they specifically called it. But I really like the kind of citrusy zest and then the peppery heat. It's a good combination. Yeah, Jesse, Nick, and Stefan have been busy in California. They've already developed a couple of things that we're not quite ready to let out the door, but I'm excited to share with people. In fact, we've actually, one of the things we were hoping to get done when they moved to California is to just start branching back out with actors and other talent that it was harder to find in Dallas for a plethora of reasons, and it's paying off. Where are Kieran and Grant? Kieran and Grant are still here in Texas, but they have moved over to Good Time Zone, their own channel where they do whatever they want without me having to nag at them for metrics. I'm sure they're a lot happier now. If you check out if you're looking at this on YouTube, on TFS Gaming, the latest actual video in the library kind of explains where they went. They went to a farm upstate. Yeah, first I took them behind the shed, and then they went upstate. Even though, you know, honestly, when you consider Texas, Dallas is pretty upstate. Unless they went to Amarillo. I don't know anyone who would willingly move there. Though if you live there, hi, I don't hate you. I just don't know anyone that's moved to Amarillo. Welcome to Night Train World, Dots. Thank you for your 55-month resub. And thank you for your donations. Just because you donate when I'm not streaming does not mean I am any less grateful. In fact, I'm more grateful because you're showing that you care even when no one's watching. Oh shit! That almost didn't end well. Stop following me! Come on, come back, come back, come back! Wow, yeah, no, that crossover with Final Fantasy XIV was forever ago. They're still doing crossovers, but I honestly cannot remember the last thing they crossed over with. Is he gonna try and cut me off? Nope, we can pass each other in the night. No worries. Oh yeah, I remember when this used to have seasons. Now it just seems like events. What happens if we're all still alive in 40 seconds? Ah! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Ah! Oh no! Oh no! Ah! It got really desperate there. Okay, you're out. Yep. And there we go. You got too greedy. Got too greedy. Yep. What happens if we're all still alive? 40 seconds famous last words. Indeed. As evidenced by that. I miss the Among Us games too. It was nice to have a thing that everyone enjoyed playing. Sadly, everyone enjoyed playing it for only so long. I did toy with the idea to start just between, you know, you and me here in the chat or people watching the VOD. I did entertain the thought of going to people and saying, I will pay you $50 if you do an Among Us stream with me. But I didn't have that much money to burn, and I still feel like trying to corral the schedules of 10 people, especially now that don't all work together, as too difficult to undertake. But we'll always have the archives. Punch! It's all in the mind. Oh, oh no! Oh man, I am ruining this. Oh, that wasn't my fault. I didn't push him. He was just in my way. start climbing. You know what? I'll say this: if we get to $25,000 in total donations before the end of the fundraiser, because last time we hit the $25,000 mark on the day of the walk, so this needs to happen before that. But if we get to 25,000 before that, I will go to people and I will get another Among Us stream together with as much of the original TFS crew that did them as I can. I will even pay people. And then 30,000, I'll tase myself. There. Now it's on you guys. Counting the TFS doubling donation, you'll have to get $15,000 by my birthday, end of March. I mean, it's not, so it's a lot. Doing Among Us with like with Twitch subs and YouTube members, patrons and stuff like that, that's definitely doable. I just understand that's also what maybe your average viewer, your average viewer would probably want the OG crew together. Which is why I'm trying to bribe you guys with that to donate. I'm playing now while looking at... I'm watching the preview window in OBS just so I can keep a better eye on chat. Oh no! Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Alright, I will be right back. Now that the sun's gone down, I need to close my blinds. Sorry about that. Lines were being fussy. Yes, I'll go ahead and make that promise. If you get to 25,000, which means without TFS matching, you guys have to get to 15,000 before my birthday, I will go as far as to start paying people to show up for Among Us stream. For an Among Us stream. I think the new hotness for Among Us likes is Lockdown Protocol. You might have some luck asking if people want to run that. I don't know. I probably easy. I feel like it's easier to persuade of people with playing a game I already know they like. I'm always wary of the new hotness because it's good for like one stream and then people get burnt out on it. Like I remember when we did the Lethal Company streams, it was Kaiser that pushed us to do it. And then Kaiser was the first one to get sick of it. Probably because he was playing a lot more on his own end, but it's what happens. I have not played this one before. Wait, what? I don't even think I hit the wall. Okay. Okay, this song feels dangerously close to starting a crazy frog in a moment. Like right there at the end before it loops. Do you hear it? Right there. Ooh, that got close. Whoa! A Marvel Rivals stream is in the future. I just have to pin down a good day to do it. Because the past 2 days, I told myself, okay, I'm finally going to install Marvel Rivals. That way I can get some practice in, convince Kaiser and Lanny to play with me for a stream, and then I go to work without having set up the download on my computer. And unfortunately, my download speed is slow enough that for something like Marvel Rivals, and I should have gone there, it'd take me a couple of hours to get on my computer. So every time I stream, like, by the time 6 o'clock rolls around, I haven't gotten the game ready, so no Marvel Rivals yet. That might be what I do on Thursday. Because today was going to be the first game dev stream, but then with the weather being what it was, I didn't want to risk a power outage causing any damage. So, Fall Guys. But I'm thinking, if things settle down tonight, tomorrow evening will be the game dev stream, and then on Thursday I'll do Marvel Rivals. Age yourself much, Quinn? Hey, I don't, no, I don't need that in here. I just don't. It's very mean. Because I know Scott doesn't play a lot of Marvel Rivals, but I think for the sake of charity, I could cajole him into playing it once more. Honestly, I should get a UPS. I really should, especially for something that important. But when the power goes out, it beeps at me, and I'm scared of the noise it makes, okay? I especially don't want it to do that in the middle of the night. I give myself a heart attack. Yeah, I'm not afraid of the price for UPS. It's just, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I should do that, and then you don't do it forever. I hate these. I mean, it's better than the team games they used to have, but... Oh, okay. How many points did I need? Oh, okay, gold ring's worth 5. Good for me, I guess. Yeah, like a dash cam. There are definitely plenty of times I wish I had a dash cam. I haven't gotten in a situation so dire. I haven't been pushed to get one. Oddly enough, though, so we did get a GoPro. We've got 2 GoPros now because we do get a couple of sponsor partners give us end-of-year gifts. It's just like a, hey, thanks for doing stuff for us. And we've used that to actually get a couple of older model GoPros. And I noticed that they have a mode where once they're on, they just start actively recording and then deleting after 30 seconds footage you don't tell it to keep. Which seems like an easy way to turn one of those into a dash cam, but haven't done that either, especially since that's company property. Fall Guys seems like a perfect collection of Game Jam games. You know, I should consider something like this as inspiration. Especially if I'm going to follow through with kind of making the next charity next year into more of a Game Jam thing where I can start hosting other people's amateur content. For charity, of course. Because so with the experience I'm getting in Godot, and have gotten with a couple of online courses, I would like to start encouraging people to give it a try on their own, because it's just we're finally in a day and age where you just don't need all these complicated pieces of equipment and licensing fees to get stuff done. Like Adobe almost monopolizes the market. But there's DaVinci. If you want to do 3D modeling, you have Blender. If you want to do music, you have Fruity Loops. Sorry, FL Studio. Ba-dee-da. If you want to make games, you have Godot. And then you can even do Unity or Unreal. It's just once if whatever you make actually makes money, then you still have to pay them. Aw, Samich, thank you so much. That means a lot. You know, now that I think about it, I might make a stream where... So, as you guys may know, Scott and I did go to Japan, and then I left him there for a little bit. Well, we did go to Japan together last year. I have the raw footage of a lot of that trip on a GoPro, and I might make a stream out of it where I kind of just show off what we did, like home movies. Because unfortunately, like, we thought we could make a video out of it, but neither of us, having made a travel log, didn't make it good quality. However, nothing's stopping me from just showing the raw footage and giving some context, in case anyone wants to kind of live vicariously. Oh, why am I here? I can just swing at the gold post. Ow! That one. Come on, come back up. Come back up. Go! What about a TFS fit? So, the idea was we would use that footage to make a Bento video. But if it was going to go up on Bento, we wanted it to be a lot more like an edited travel log. But, personally having little experience with editing, even though I just said all that stuff about DaVinci, honestly, game dev first, and then maybe finally get into editing. If I ever make something worth marketing, I guess I am going to have to get into video editing someday. But I have no expertise in that right now, so it would take me just as long as everything else. Suffice to say, we tried to do that, but Scott, having not only that, but other more financially profitable projects to work on, had to put it on the back burner. So it just occurred to me, though, that I can sit here and kind of show you guys the home movies and add a couple of tasteful stories that go along with them, just as a little treat between you, me, and the rest of the world. Ah! Oh, okay. I looked at chat. I deserve that. I decided to communicate with people. Yeah, DaVinci is definitely... That seems to be what people are going to if they just do not want to deal with Adobe anymore. Okay, I'm definitely not getting the crown here. I think I started as well as I was going to be this whole stream. Honestly, if the game was updated all the way, I might have played Fortnite tonight instead of Fall Guys. I know, I'm trash. I figured. Some tasteful stories and tasteful nudity. That's me, Mr. Tasteful. Oh, that's good to know, Nick. If you end up making any cooperative type projects in Godot, you can publish those on Steam and use their peer-to-peer networking APIs to automate the netcode portion of it. That's good to know. I like having very little game dev experience. I've been focusing on single player stuff, but that's good to know. I can maybe push the burden of netcode onto something else for a bit. Any chance of a Civ 7 stream in the near future? In the near future, I would say no. It looks like Civ 7 has a lot of holes to fill before I feel like replacing Civ 6 with it in my heart. I mean, even then, for Civ 6, I waited until Rise and Fall... until Rise and Fall to actually even get the game in the first place. Which pains me, because I would love to have Gwendolyn Christie read the phone book to me, so having her be the narrator was a good choice on their part, but then they just decided to make a game that looked half-finished with all of the different UI issues it seems to still have. So, will I play Civ 7? Definitely. But in the near future, probably not. Sorry. I was actually already talking to Kaiser about clearing the Japan footage to share. I'll make that I'll put that on the docket for next week. I've already lined up everything else to do this week. I can't change the schedule. I heard people say they just copied Humankind for Civ 7, so I wouldn't think there'd be many issues. So, it looks like there are several aspects of Humankind that they took inspiration off of. Like, changing your civilization between the different eras. That reeks of Humankind influence. But I wouldn't say they copied it. I mean, even with their number of eras, they halved what Humankind had, and that was already a small number compared to what they had in Civ 6. And also, Lord of Endgame, thank you for the 48-month resub. What the fuck? Oh, okay, I remember this one. This map is weird. I never seem to get to like even the halfway point before it's already eliminated the 8 people it needs to eliminate. And it's honestly just like planes of goo moving around. Oh, okay. That made me a bit. See, there we go. Honestly, when it comes to Amplitude Studios, the people that made Humankind, I'm excited to see what they do with Endless Legend 2. To have that suddenly come up in my YouTube feed was a very exciting morning. So, because, like, Endless Legend I love the aesthetic of, but I hated the combat. The combat, I either set it to auto-resolve or set it to auto-play every single time. Because it just felt so weird to have, like, start of the turn, give out orders, and then, even then, it didn't feel like the agents were doing what I wanted them to do. You know what I really miss is Sword of the Stars. I'm forever saddened that Sword of the Stars 2 it just didn't turn out to be what people thought it was going to be. It had a lot of good ideas, but the execution left a lot to be desired. Oh, that was quick. Honestly, if I could have anything game-related, I'd have Sword of the Stars 1 with Sword of the Stars 2 graphics. Which is such a petty desire, but I feel like just having the Hiver ships, not the Hiver ships, but the I honestly forget the name of the species, but the bug species, have the ships in the second game replace the ones in the first one would be great. Because the ones in the first one were so butt ugly. Do you still have Dead by Daylight? I do! I have not touched it since the last time I streamed it, but I do still have it. I'm doing the same thing that got me killed last time. Oh, oh no, oh no, oh no! Got a little pitter-patter on my heart. Okay, here come the walls. Here come the walls, do-do-do-do. We're all gonna die, 'cause everyone, it's alright. Oh, my head clipped the platform I was aiming for. We're done. Oh, right! Chained together. That may be something interesting to pull people into. So, unfortunately, my ability to pull certain people into games is limited. For example, if you guys remember the Halo games that Jesse and I were playing, those had to be discontinued because Jesse was getting motion sick every time we played. And he was really only soldiering on because, well, I can't say I forced him to do it, but every time we'd get together for our weekly planning sessions, I'd go, "Hey, Jesse, stream Halo? Stream Halo? Stream Halo?" I finally got to the point where his health demanded a different answer, so just for the sake of completions, I may go back to the Halo 3 campaign, but let's face it, it was always more interesting watching Jesse try to grapple with just what the hell was going on, because I already know it's a mess. Watching me kill Covenant is not nearly as entertaining as watching Jesse try to just puzzle his way around it. Oh, Anonymous, thank you for the $35 donation, telling me to dance. In case anyone hasn't noticed, one of the bid wars on my donation page is telling me that after we get to 10,000, telling me what to do. One of which is making me do a fitness stream with Ring Fit, or return to the tried and true Just Dance streams. It's just instead of collecting donations up front for song requests, I'll be doing that during the stream itself. What if you played alone by Jesse co-commentated? Maybe. I think the problem with co-commentating is that if Jesse is looking at the screen, he might still get the motion sickness. I might bring that up to him. But at the same time, he's also starting to do a lot more stuff in California, so we may just end up being too busy. I'm sorry, I got completely distracted by that music. I felt like I was falling into a circus a la Psychonauts. Would you play any more Ace Attorney games? I don't know. The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles felt like a bit of a flashpoint. I'm not sure if I could replicate it. I mean, I'll be perfectly honest. As much as I like doing the different voice stuff, like if I'm doing a tabletop RPG, that was really bad on my throat. Every time the streams ended, I would be physically exhausted just from having to switch things up like that. So I won't say no, but I'm also not planning anything around that. Ideally, I would love to get a couple more people to do it with me, just to maybe share some of the voice work. But the problem is the people that I would know that could do it good would definitely not want to spend 2 to 3 hours a couple of nights a week trying to do it. Why am I not... Did I click on something? Oh, okay. Hey, get off me! I'm not quite sure why I suddenly lost the connection there. Why are you all standing here? You need to hold a raffle. You know, I could make that a donation incentive. Donate $20 and be put in the rotation for Ace Attorney voice work. So I feel like, well, first off, charging any money to make you work with me is already a bit difficult to ask for. It's only because it's a donation that I would even broach the topic. But I like the idea of maybe having like a large, if more people are interested, making it more like a rotating cast. That way also not a single person ends up having to get overburdened with it. Oh, Arcane Attorney. Now that might be an interesting intersection of my desires. Desires? Fuck. That was a poor choice of words. Of my interests. Part of me wishes we get a sequel of XCOM to Super Attorney SFS Resistance. Me too. So even though I probably, like anyone experienced with XCOM, probably rolls their eyes at those streams because got so many of you killed. But I did like that. I especially liked having that interaction with people. The problem is there isn't the XCOM games that are coming out these days. I don't feel like they have the same balance of playability as XCOM, like the base unmodded version of XCOM 2 does. Because like XCOM 2 War of the Chosen gives a lot of kind of emergent storytelling if you're interested enough to like tell that story. But these days you have like Long War of the Chosen or Xenonauts, where they go in the crunchy direction, and it's too crunchy for me. I do not want to spend 30 minutes just trying to think what my turn is going to be. Base level XCOM kept things moving at a faster pace than what most of those games that have come out since then do now. And I can get it. I can get people, especially people who had played the original XCOM, wanting that level of crunch. But I don't. And I don't think it's something I could stand streaming for. Because let's face it, if I started Long War of the Chosen right now, I would not be done with it until next year, at best. Especially at the rate I stream. If I just did it for a couple of hours, even if I did it for a couple of hours several times a week, we still wouldn't be done until 2026. And that's just too long. Well, that went well for you. God, how complicated is this gonna get? I do not like how simple this is right now. It eliminated 5 people, but I'm not hopeful. Yep, here we go. Now it gets dicey. No, oh, come on! What is this? I guess I won. I'm not quite sure I can take credit for that. Chimera Squad is more about breaching and entering. It's a good... so, Chimera Squad, you know, it's XCOM, but it doesn't let you have those custom characters that XCOM 2 did. So, you're right about it being... That's the kind of light tactical game I want to play, but it doesn't have that same level of chat interaction that I had with XCOM 2. That's the same reason why I haven't booted up Tactical Breach Wizards. It's that level of tactical thought, but it's not customizable. You just have what they give you. Long War of the Chosen, see the end by 2030. Yeah, that's my problem. It's very crunchy and deep, but that's the problem. I just don't think it's a good game to stream. I actually have the Long War of the Chosen mod, but I haven't played more than 10 hours of it because it takes too long to play. I got other things to do. I would still want you and Jesse doing Baldur's Gate 3 again, so Jesse can do more of the NPC storylines, along with letting Jesse take more point and play more involved class. So I'm definitely going to get back into Baldur's Gate 3 when they put out the new subclasses. I don't know if I'll stream it. Oh god, I know I have 2 aborted runs with Legalia now. I don't know if I can stomach a 3rd. But there is something to be said about how much Jesse would want to take point in that kind of game. I don't want to put words in Jesse's mouth, but you know, we all saw the first game. I think Jesse was assisted by the fact that he was playing with people who could move the story forward. Why am I a crocodile? What happened? Where's my sailor suit? And my tail? Well, I still have the tail, but my sailor suit. Did I just completely redress myself while talking to you guys? What'd you do to me? I want to put my sailor hat on. I felt cute and cuddly. Oh, I hit equip instead of just pass when I got the roll. Yeah, that sounds about right. I was busy thinking about other things. I want to put my sailor hat back on, but I don't want to leave. You know, let's see where we sit when it comes to Block MS Dallas. Have we been able to get back on the top donation page? That's what I'm wondering. Oh, no. It looks like the lowest person on the top 10 now is 1450. Jessica Teal's back. She's number 4. She hasn't taken the top spot yet, but she's here. So, guys, we need to raise another $400 before the stream ends. I need to get back on the board. And I already mentioned this on the donation page, but actually, thanks to the work we've done so far, we've raised, I think, $49,800 for Walk MS since I started fundraising for the charity back in 2022. That is amazing, guys. It's helped Warrior HQ become one of the top teams in the country raising money for the MS Society. Come on. Oh, I really should not be trying so hard to get just one freaking star. I'm missing too many other opportunities here. But I'm just so close. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Don't get back up there. Oh, it's gone? Someone already got it? Of course. Give me that ball. Come on, come on! Oh, it's right there! And someone already got it. Man, this is a lot harder than the last time I did this game. Whoop! Oh, okay. Oh, too high, I guess. Ow. Okay, I'm back. So I actually have Age of Wonders 4. I was actually waffling between streaming that today. I didn't, because it's a strategy game, you can't finish it in one sitting. I didn't want to sign up for another long play that I didn't know if I could finish. So the thing is, I want something that's essentially XCOM in both the sense of tactical gameplay and customization for the player characters, because that's something, if I stream it, we can, like, I can make you guys into fighters. Because I think that was what. Am I wrong in that being the attractive aspect? You guys actually being the soldiers I send into the fray and probably get killed? Sorry again about that. Because, yeah, I know there's games out there that have that kind of light level of technical gameplay, you know, like Age of Wonders and whatnot, but if I'm going to stream it, I would want it to be something where I can put you guys into the game. Whoop, 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 whoop. Ah, fuck. Alright. Dino, go down the hole. Nope. Oh, boy. I definitely aren't going to be the first to finish this one. There we go. What? Who knocked that over? You ruined the easiest way to get points in this round. What am I doing? What am I doing? Yeah, oh, no. Do it again. Ow! There we go. Yeah, you can customize heroes, but you're not wrong. I just feel like that's not the level of customization that people would want, because you're going to be restricted by the race, and you can only really get that level of customization on your lead hero until you get into the editor screen, and then no one has a chance to say what they want to look like until you get to them. XCOM just was so perfect. I could leave the color options up on the Discord, people could tell me what they wanted to look like, and then I could set them up beforehand and just kind of slot them into the rotation. So long as the mods are the first one on the chopping block. It was not intentional for the mods to all die in, like, the first 2 missions. I was just bad at the game. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, close one. I knew that one was about to break. Nope! Oh, ho, 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 ho. That caused me to tense up. Wait, what? I jumped. Why'd I get eliminated? I don't agree with that. I mean, the problem with XCOM is that we had Terra Tremolo here stealing all the RNG. I thought we all agreed on that. Alright, I have to quit the menu just so I can put my sailor hat back on. Ooh, wait. Dapper hat, not a fedora. I'm a sassy little saucer. That doesn't look right. I like Shark Tail better. I have not played Persona 4 Tactica. Honestly, you'd think it was more in my wheelhouse than Persona 5 Scramble was. Yet for some reason I played Scramble and not Tactica. Honestly, it's a mystery even to me. It's just one of those things where I looked at that and went, I'm not sure if I want to play that. Oh yeah, Scramble. Oh god, they have so many fucking little sub games for that. Yes, Persona 5 Strikers. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about that. The Dynasty Warriors genre, because I got the Dynasty Warriors Origins demo and had a lot of fun with it. Couldn't beat Lu Bu, but I had fun with it to the point where I played it several times over to try out the different weapons, but then I didn't get the game. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just hoping I'm in the lead. I'm not. Whoop! There's goo. Nope, you're not doing this right. Where am I? Whoa! That little turnaround cost me the lead. I'm mad. I don't even know when we're gonna get Persona 6, because they like teased it, like it's in pre-production, but now it feels like the focus is still on that Persona 5, I forget what it's called. It's still in the Persona 5 universe, but it's like with a whole new team of people that are just tangentially related to the Phantom Thieves. I think it's a mobile game? I don't know. The second I see the name, I'm going to feel like an idiot for not remembering it. The Phantom X. There we go. Yep, that was it. Persona 5, the Phantom X. I'm sure someone would say we have Persona 5 at home. If only to the extent that it is just more Persona 5. In which, honestly, after playing the Royal Edition like 3 times now, I am kind of done with Persona 5. It's still stylish as all get out, but... New game, please. Next bit, please. Wait, when you say a different team, is it not even done by Atlas, or is it a different team in Atlas? Because that's actually news to me, but I guess not surprising. Oh, I missed it. Oh. Oh yeah, and speaking of games that are still sitting on my counter, Persona 3 Reload, a game which I thought was perfectly fine, but just can't pull myself in to get back into it now that it's been months since I played it. It's still right where I left off on stream. I haven't played it otherwise. And it's nice to see what they can do with like the newest Unreal Engine for the game. Who's the best Phantom Thief and why is it Wolf? I think a better question is who has the best like showtime move? This one never goes well. I don't think I've ever survived this one. Oh, but it's only one rhino. That's something. Usually it's 3. Hey. Are we hugging, Squidward? Are we hugging? I'm not helping you. I want to live. Oh, this is much easier than when there's 3 of them. He said, about to get hit and knocked out. Stop tracking me! Some fruit. Count the fruit, avoid the rising slime. When the screen shows a quantity of type of fruit, stand on it. Well, that just feels like the match game, but with extra steps. Do Twitch donations count for fundraising? Any donation through Twitch does not show up in TFS's account for a month. So, in theory, I can take that money and put it into the donation. In practice, I would ask that you donate directly through the donation page. Oh shit, I have not counted any of the slime. I mean, not the slime. There's a lot of slime, but the fruit. 3 bananas, I guess. Okay, 1 raspberry, 2 raspberry, 3 raspberry, 2 banana. 4 raspberry. No, wait, that's a fan. Still 3 raspberry. Two banana. Squidward, you fool! Ow! Okay, 2 pear, 3 pear, 1 banana, 2 banana, 1 raspberry. Yes. Yes? Yes. Wait, where's the other banana? Okay, yeah, 2 banana. Three pear. Don't ask the colorblind guy what color that thing really is. I don't know. I just thought raspberry when I saw it. If you told me it was a blackberry, I would not doubt you. There was one time Kaiser was actually looking at like how different Dragon Ball characters look to a person with Deuteranopia. It was interesting. Because what it does is it shows you what the character looks like, and then if you have someone with the anomaly or just color blindness, they can tell you when the image looks like. If the image looks the same, then you end up seeing like, this is what it looks like to you, this is what it looks like to someone with this blindness. It was interesting. Apparently Piccolo looks very weird to me compared to what he actually looks like. Which tracks, because I have the red-green anomaly. If you guys saw the video about Honey, the guy that made the video actually had like a 3-parter series on the Enchroma glasses that are supposed to help colorblind people see the colors they're missing. And how it's all just a big fat scam! I don't like where this ball is. I really don't like where this ball is. I really don't like where this ball is. Take me somewhere else, ball. Come on. Oh, fucking ball! In case anyone's curious about color blindness, there are different kind of levels of it, where depending on the alignment of cones in your eye and the type of cones in your eye, you can either just not perceive a certain color, or it is somewhat overlapping with a different color perception. For me, I can see green and red colors, but they don't look like the green and red an average person sees them as, because while I'm not missing any cones, the cones that detect green are more similar to the cones that detect red. But that's why you have 3 types of color blindness, which is essentially the different kinds of cones in your eye and how sufficient they are in detecting the specific color they're meant to detect. In theory, the Enchroma glasses were supposed to kind of correct that if you had the anomaly, but still had the cones that could detect all different kinds of color. But it's a lie, because it doesn't work. You just end up with a bunch of videos of people who are either faking it or get it as a gift and don't want their loved ones to look like idiots. Don't punch me, don't punch me, don't punch me. What? Okay, I guess that kill barrier went above the bar. Oh yeah, the whole thing with Linus Tech, like, there was one, because he did have a podcast about it, or I'm not even sure, but he had, a clip was taken out of it where he specifically talked about why he didn't announce why he wasn't doing the honey deals anymore, and it did not go over well. Basically boiled down to, that's not my story to break, which, you know, in my mind, if you're recommending to your viewers about a product and you then find out that that product is a ripoff, I think that is your story to break. Like, there have been ad deals that we have not done because we eventually find out something about the sponsor. But to my mind, there hasn't been a sponsor that we've actually done an ad for that later turned out to be hokey. At least not that we know of. Oh fuck. Don't. If there's one that's hokey, I guess email me, but we haven't lied about it yet. I don't want to put on blast because I like his videos and I don't think he did anything personally wrong, but I remember specifically Noodle, the guy who did he's probably most known for like the AI interpolation video. He did a couple of honey ads. If you go back to his videos now with the honey ads, you'll find that the sponsor segment has now been edited out. You know what? I don't like this level. I shouldn't have gone through that gate. I'm going too fast now. Okay, that didn't help me at all. Stop that! Stop it! Suffer as I have suffered. There we go. That was, not even sure if it was worth the 5 points. Hello, hello! Eliza Kozik. Sorry. I have this thing in dark mode, so blue does not show up well. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. I'm glad you're seeing me from Sweden. I've always wanted to go to the Nordic countries. Europe seems like a for an American to travel to right now. But Sweden, Norway, Finland, I'm a big fan of fjords. Because we've shat the bed on international level. I mean, not really news for America, but it just seems like we've especially shat the bed. The bed is a mess. Oh, goody. It's that map I never see much of. Why would you want to go? So I'm a big fan of just mountainous natural beauty. I saw a lot of it in Japan. Japan had a certain je ne sais quoi about a kind of mixture between mountainous landscape and urban development. It's hard to describe. I just remember, like, when I went to Hakodate, the fact that there was a park in the foothills of a mountain at the edge of the city where you could sit there and watch the whole city kind of spill out beneath you. It was something very zen. As for why I wanted to go to the Nordic countries, I don't want to give it specifically to Norway, but it just the pictures of the fjords and the high mountains, and especially when the snow's just a light blanket, very attractive to me. It's 3:03? Please don't tell me in the morning. I imagine it's a 24-hour clock, so I have nothing else to say. Go to bed. Sleep's important. Hey, this is for you. Oh no! Oh! I don't like these balls. Why must every game I play end with very, very dangerous balls? The second I look at chat, I run right into a hole. Story of my life. Oh, house is creaking again. Gotta love it. No, you can keep using the chat. It's more of a complaint to myself to not look at chat if I'm actually trying to focus on something. I just don't want to miss a single one of your comments. You're all important to me, especially if you donate. All of chat is equal, but some of chat is more equal than others. Mainly those who donate. Fortunately, OBS does consolidate the chats into a single feed. It just puts a nice Twitch or YouTube label next to you based on which chat you're in. You're all important to me unless you waste a wish in breakers. Yeah, endgame, you're dead to me. Good one. What are you doing? What are any of you doing? Okay, then this one... Try again. I don't really trust any of these guys with only one level to their name. Oh my gosh, they wanted to... I mean, I guess it's a good thing that they made this a bit more difficult, just so you didn't have the people that were hanging around at just the right spot all leave at once, but still, come on. It's already nerve-wracking as it is. Case point. And that didn't stop us. Just this time I happened to be in a better spot. Alrighty, I'm going to be a bit sneaky here and actually pull a little bit of a donation match out of my hat, because I want to get on that board. I'm not made of stone. So with a lovely match from Team FourStar, 1,000 out of the 10,000 they'll be matching, we're now number 7 in donations for Walk MS. I'm coming for you. I currently Ron. Oh, okay. Ooh, made it. And messed that jump up. Whee! In the lead. Oh, no you don't. What am I doing? Go down the center and climb. I'm in the lead! Oh, no I'm not. Ah, who turned on the heavy? Ah! No, you don't. Oh no, you took my paddle. Oh no, that one goes backwards. Ah! I'm not gonna be in the first. Oh no, stop stealing my stuff. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I blew it. I blew it so hard. Oh, that hurts. That really hurts deep down inside. Tuckendorf, I'm sorry that I had Team FourStar take the top donor spot. You're still top donor in my heart. Slime Ball Showdown. Shaolin Showdown fell on hard times after the show failed to get into syndication. I guess we're not supposed to jump. Honestly, I'm not even gonna laugh at the poor guys that jumped in, because I almost did the same thing. I just like, wait, I can't climb this. This feels too easy. What little wrinkle are they gonna add to this? Oh, the balls get bigger, of course. We both have tails. Oh, okay, here we go. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, I didn't. I don't like that at all. I do not think that thing hit me. If it nicked my tail, maybe, but I don't even think that happened. Yeah, I was robbed. Oh, I jumped. My lead. No, get up. Oh, that was close. Oh, I physically jumped in my seat. Okay, no, that one wasn't as surprising. That was just bad timing. Up, I don't like this level. I don't like it. dislike. Because you made me poo my pants. Sorry, I'm still recovering from that map. Ugh. And honestly, of all the things I'm sick of playing, it's this one. Okay, kill my momentum dead, why don't you? All multiplayer shooters should have a vote to kick feature, yes or no. That is a tough one, because my gut says yes, but my brain is thinking there could be edge cases where that is prime for abuse. Because I guess my most recent example would have been back in Helldivers, when you had just one combo of like weapons and support that you had to pick, otherwise you were going to be suboptimal. You'd have players constantly voting to kick you. Because it's like, we don't want you around here, you're not playing optimally. Which is also a good point against, like, why we need weapon balance in a game that's purely cooperative. Because if you end up with only one optimal mode of play, people will self-select, and you end up having a World of Warcraft issue where people won't let you into the beginner dungeon unless you have high-tier raid gear. Thanks, WoW Classic. You ruined it. Chicken attack in the gulch. Oh, you kidding me? That was malicious on my part. I apologize. Okay, well, that... Look at all the balls back here! Oh shit, only one. I was just about to get what I needed to qualify. Yeah, I mean, so that's the tension. I'm not saying a vote to kick feature wouldn't be useful, especially in circumstances where you have one malicious player you're trying to get rid of. It's just my mind immediately goes to, well, that's useful, but can it be abused? And is that abuse more likely than the feature being useful? Oh, right, I was eliminated. I thought it was the blue bean. I'm leaving. Let's go. Oh, I think I've got a couple more games in me before I clock out for the night. Thank you all for joining me. I know this isn't exactly this. The choice of game was spur of the moment, so I'm glad a good number of people decided to come in and stick around. While your chat may have been distracting, I'd rather have it than not. And Clumsy Caverns is apparently a favorite because it keeps popping up. So just one last time for the people popping in, if you type in !charity in the Twitch chat or check out the pinned message in the YouTube chat, there is a link to a donation page where you can help me support Walk MS, a charity that supports people who are living with multiple sclerosis, a disease where the immune system attacks the nervous system and causes just a swath of health issues. Fortunately, since the first type of infusion and immunosuppressants came into being about 30 years ago, great strides have been made. My sister has MS. She was diagnosed back in 2021, and fortunately continues to thrive. In fact, she expects to give birth to my niece or nephew in just about a month. In fact, exactly a month now. Her due date is April 2nd. And Walk MS is, the MS Society was a big help for her when she first got diagnosed. So that's why I'm here, asking you to help. And so far, since I started helping raise money in 2022, we've raised almost $50,000, which is just amazing. It's made just me personally one of the top, I think I'm 52 on the list, but one of the top fundraisers for Walk MS. And it's made my sister's team, Warrior HQ, one of the top fundraising teams in the nation. So Heather and I are both very grateful for everyone's help. I don't want to watch you. Your name's Body Bag. You make me feel bad. You go, King Pengu. Don't jump. Oh no! Yeah, you jumped at the wrong time. Man, the people in the chat talking about rating, man, I remember I used to have it wasn't a competitive rating guild, but I had a guild back, I think, in Warlords of Draenor. That was actually very funny. Not very funny, very fun, very chill. But I remember specifically the guild leaders. If I could quote the guild leaders' instructions verbatim, it was, tighten it up, guys. We just gotta tighten it up. All right, we know what we're doing. We just gotta tighten it up. Gotta tighten it up. Gotta tighten it up. And I just... when you hear it for the 1,000th time, just like, if we're any tighter, we'd be fucking broken. Ah, great. I made my eyes water. Now I can't see. Oh, shit! Oh, okay. I'd do that with one eye closed. Channel's not dead. It's just sleeping sometimes. I did drop off on the weekly streams first after I came back from my vacation, and then it was just trying to find the wherewithal and the time to start playing something. But now I'm here, helping raise money. Ever had a Leroy Jenkins moment? No. By the time I got into raiding, that meme was so drilled into the ground that no one wanted to look like that ever again. Like, I didn't get into raiding until... I didn't even start playing WoW until Wrath of the Lich King. And I didn't even start raiding until, I think, the Argent Tournament. So, no. Yeah, by the time I got into raiding, it was not cool to do a Leroy Jenkins. Oh, I fell. RFC. Ragefire Chasm? I forget the acronyms. Okay, alright, we'll do this way. Man, the first bit of, like, guild drama I got into was actually because of Ragefire Chasm. I was trying to level my tailoring stat, and was getting rough cloth from the mobs in Ragefire Chasm. And I had a guildmate who was leveling a character that wanted to run it. So I agreed with my level 60 character to run him through it, and I did. No harm, no foul. And then I asked him, it's like, hey, I'm leveling tailoring. If you aren't going to do anything with the cloth you looted, can I have it? And then he's like, okay, 30 silver. I just went, huh. I just ran you through this dungeon. I feel like the quid pro quo would have been you just giving me the cloth, especially if you weren't going to have any use for it. But then I paid it. It's like I wasn't going to start any drama because of that. But I brought it up to a guildmate who said, hey, is it weird that I think I probably should have just gotten the bolts of cloth for free after essentially just running him through the dungeon? And that apparently was not kept in confidence and ended up causing a whole day's worth of drama. And I'm just like, I don't think I was being that greedy, just asking, hey. Yeah, well, that's what I get. I always fight that a game was better before Dungeon Finder. Well, by the time I got into it... Yeah, that's fair. Imagine Hercule that should have been saved beforehand. Yeah, no. If I were to do it over again, I would have asked. I would have said, hey, yeah, I'll run you through this, but unless you have your own use for the cloth you loot, I'd like it. Yeah, no, that's fair. I was like, I think 14, 13, so pre-contractual terms had yet to come to mind. How I would be so ashamed of my choices in life. the lawyer me looking back on it now. As for the Dungeon Finder statement, I'm not sure. I can definitely see how the sense of community would drop off now that people just queue up for Dungeon Finder and don't even talk to anybody. That being said, I am for things that allow more people to experience content. Like, I played Destiny 2 for years and never once did a single raid because I was never in a guild. There was no chance to really socialize with people outside the tower in the main hub area, which of course I'd never do because I'd only be in the tower to pick up missions. Agreed. Yeah, the easier it is to get into a group, the more of a jerk you can be to that group, because you can just leave and find another one. I don't disagree with that. I was from... okay, hold on. It's an RP server, so I don't even know if it's worth if it was worth in generating opinion on. Argent Dawn, the server. Thoughts? Because that was the one I was in. That was the first server I picked. I never moved. It was like one of the only 3 RP servers in the selection when I joined. And there was RP. It wasn't at all. Like, you go into a city and the chat would still be more full of trade in general than anything else. But I remember once specifically I was just walking through Silvermoon because it's so effing big, and there was one blood elf sitting on a bench and I just happened to sit next to her, and we had this whole conversation about, oh, the war in Northrend's so terrible. And then a guy came up and just started telling us about all the injuries he sustained in battle, and it was like, dude, read the room. This isn't what we're talking about. And that's when I decided I'd be a role player. My life changed from then on. This one's gonna move. Oh, almost made it. It wasn't even that. It was the same sort of like bot trades in general chat where they're just constantly like, hey, thing for X amount of gold. Whoa! Am I gonna be first? Am I gonna be first? Beautiful. So my most vivid, like, rolling memory was there was that whole shaman set. My main was a shaman. Tauren shaman. Lota. Loved him. There was that one shaman set and the one shield in Icecrown Citadel that dropped from the first boss, the big skeleton guy. I want to say Bone Marrow, but I don't think that's it. Bone Storm! That's what he was known for. There was the one shield that had the spell power boost. It was pretty much just for shamans. Marrow Strike. We rated that since, like, the launch of patch 3.3 until the end of Wrath, and there were at least 10 different times the shield would drop, and just because we had another pickup shaman to fill up the ranks, I would lose the roll. It was infuriating because I didn't deny that whoever else rolled need on it needed it. But it was the whole guild system too. It was like we had a system for it. I barely remember it. But I just remember it dropped so many times before I finally was able to get it. Drove me fucking insane. I didn't have the full shaman set with the shield from Icecrown Citadel until, like, I think a month before Cataclysm came out. And then, of course, that means immediately it was irrelevant. Do I dare? Oops. Well, okay, guess not. Oh, am I gonna be first? Am I gonna be first? Yeah! Man, I think the best time I had playing WoW was doing the raids for Wrath of the Lich King. Because I was still a teenager in high school. They wouldn't raid until like 9 o'clock at night, so I'd have to. It was a 2-story house, so I was able to set up shop. I had a less than a foot, a 12-inch TV set off to the side on top of a cardboard box, set up to the cable hookup, and then I had the desktop computer running WoW. And so every time we would like wait for people or try to set up, I'd just turn over and flip on like Adult Swim and watch TV while we waited. Ah, good times. The innocence of youth. And staying up late and not doing homework because you've got a raid. Now all I've got is Guild Wars 2, and even then, I haven't even gotten the newest expansion for that yet. I didn't even finish Secrets of the Obscure. Not for any real reason. I started it, and then just didn't go back to continue it at any point in time. It's very much like the last time you'd say, all right, good night, guys, see you tomorrow, and then you never log on again. Woo! My favorite guilds, favorite in quotes, were always the ones with leaders and officers with the attitude, if you screw up the raid too many times, you're out. Which never applied to them wiping the raid 50 times a night. Oh, I was never in that competitive of a guild. I think the closest I got was Horde's Best. And even then, I never even saw the threat of, fuck this up, you're out. It was always just like, hey, you gotta at least read up the fight, your enchantment's gotta be up, or we're letting you in. Which is elitist, but only in the sense that your character is not optimal if you're not doing this stuff. Alright, can I get another gold here? Place your bets. If you lose, you have to donate. Should I take a dive for charity? Question for the philosophers. Oh shit, it's just me and you. Oh shit, that was a terrible time for that to come up. Couldn't see a thing. I'm not giving you an emote. I'm busy focusing. Oh no, why'd I leap to the right? That hurts. That hurts. That was a pretty good run up until I lost. Are you not even gonna give me my rewards? I know I got first in two different races. I want to see it, bask in my glory. But you're not gonna load them, are you? You stupid game, not even loading my rewards that I rightfully earned. I don't care if you give them to me at some later date. I want to see the gold medals. Fuck you. Well, Firestorm, sorry. Hello to you, but unfortunately you come in right at the end of our stream. Thank you all for joining me. My throat's gonna be sore. But I'll be back tomorrow, same time, 6 o'clock Central, this time with a gaming... of course it's a gaming stream, it's a stream. With a game dev stream, where I'll be showing off... Well, not really showing off, just showing how far I've come in developing the Running with the Warriors game that I am offering up for $5 donations up on the donation page supporting Walk MS. Thank you all for joining me. I'll be back soon. Have a good night. Later. I'm stuck on the screen.